He stunk
You got
today.
no,
He stunk today. He stunk
no,
today. The
no, he
team
didn't.
stunk today.
I'm
The
gonna tell
team
you. Go
stunk
ahead.
today, and he was.
Do the
And
introduction.
we give him the pop. Oh, you went live. All right, let's go. Welcome to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You got Wayne and Tim, Ephraim, who's been making all these predictions and everything else. All of a sudden, he's not here today. Yeah. But Ethan's not able to make it either. I'm not stressing it. It's one game. It's one game. See, y'all came in and just caught me and Tim on the tail end because one of the things that I've been saying since last year and Ethan's been saying after I started saying it is we can't keep doing this half-hearted stuff. We can't come in here and be having these laws where we don't capitalize on certain stuff. And it caught up to us today. We got away with it for the most part, but it caught up to us today. Now, is that say that it's going to always be like that? No, but it's no way we got down here twice and only got field goals out of the first two possessions. We should at least got a touchdown one time. And when you're going up against a good team, and San Fran is a good team and a good running team, and they ran the ball down our throats because the thing is, on San Fran, you have to get up on them early and make them have to be a passing team. You can't give them the opportunities that we gave them. That being said, line it up. I'll see them in the playoffs if we make it. If they make it to the playoffs and we see them in the playoffs, I ain't shook. I ain't scared of them because, I mean, if not for real, the Eagles have played 4 tough opponents in a row, so you kind of expect something like this could happen. But they got to tighten some stuff up. In all honesty.
All right, it's my turn now.
Go ahead.
The defense, that Super Bowl defense showed up. It returned today. That's why I put it in the heading. That Super Bowl defense that didn't stop nobody. They got out the first 2 possessions of the game. They had 2 3-and-outs, and we went down and we got 2 field goals. Fine, maybe one of them should at least been a touchdown, but we got 2 field goals. After that, nothing. Defense did absolutely nothing. Linebackers, we need our only weakness, our true weakness on this team is we don't have good linebackers. And guess what?
Our defensive tackles did nothing to stop the run either. Our defensive tackles got ran over 2 today.
But they would have had some help. I mean, I agree with you though. That's why I would have went and got Sue. I would have grabbed somebody else. We need some help. We need help at that tackle position. I don't know if Sue is available. But we need, especially Jordan Davis ain't been the same since he injured his back like 3-4 weeks ago. But you could just tell, like, they was able to run all over us, man. And somebody said, X-Men said sign Shaq Leonard. Shaq Leonard said he's gonna make a determination whether he's gonna sign with the Eagles or the Cowboys after this game. So congratulations to Cowboys. You just got yourself a brand new linebacker. I mean, how we better throw some money at Shaq Leonard because we need help. We need help at that position bad.
Our offense needs to tighten up too. And I know everybody gonna make it like I'm just coming at Hurts. I'm not just coming at Hurts, but we give Hurts the praise when we come back and win. So we got to give him. It's no way in this matchup. He had 298 yards, but a bunch of them was after the game was already in doubt. He did move the ball down the field the first 2. He did move the ball down the field because he's you know why I'm saying him? Because he's our star. Wait, no, because I'm gonna tell you why. The same way if it happens, the same thing.
We've seen that you said that was Hurts' fault though.
What? Where was he at? He's our superstar, right? Don't we put when it's the Sixers? Don't we put it on Joel Embiid if the Sixers don't ball out?
Where was the misses and everything? Tell me where he did wrong. Like before, we were like, okay, he shouldn't have fumbled the ball that time, or he threw a bad interception.
You know what he has to do in situations like this. And no, I'm not drawing on. See, sometimes just keep it a bean. If somebody didn't play well,
you can't tell me where's the
quarterback rating. Don't come in here and tell me he's the best quarterback in the league, and he has an 85 quarterback rating. He had a 64 2 weeks ago. So my whole thing is,
where's the turnover, the fumble, the snap?
It ain't no turnover. It's not. It's not. My point is, if we're saying somebody's a superstar, the same thing goes when we talk about Embiid and when you talk about a guy that's supposed to be your guy. If the team don't do it, he should put them on his back and he should carry him. Where did he do that at?
Or could it possibly be other key factors?
Maybe, it was a lot of factors, and I just said it was the defense, but let's not slip past that.
You're not going to tell me the defense wasn't the main culprit for the reason why we lost this game?
Oh yeah, but if you know San Francisco, the whole thing on San Francisco is you get up on them early and you make them have to pass because they can run the ball down your throat. This is the book on San Fran. We had them. If we scored them 2 touchdowns in the early part, we have them. We're up on them, and they can't settle down and start running the ball at us. That's what I'm talking about with that.
So you got,
and I'm not just putting it on Hurts. That's the offensive coordinator, the coach, everything else. That's the offense as a whole that I'm talking about. That being said, the defense, if we're gonna be a top tier defense, we got to come in. We got to shut that down. You can't get stomped like that.
Again, just tell me what play did you saw? You're like, okay, Hurts was bad on this play, and that's why we didn't get to the end zone.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't say he was bad. My thing is, if you listen, I said he's our superstar. He's the best quarterback in the league. Who this is what we've said. I've even agreed with it. If we're saying he's that guy, at some point, how many times we seen back in the pocket and he had like 10 seconds to make a pass, squeeze a pass in somewhere, force it. I get it. I get it. Like we like to talk about some of these quarterbacks, the gunslingers that try to force the ball in somewhere. That being said, we have to, if it's a defense like that, at some point you got to force the issue and live with the consequences.
Okay, so when he tried to get the Quez, like I'm looking at that Quez Watkins non-pass interference call that clearly was a pass interference.
So now we'll blame the refs.
No, actually, I am going to blame the refs, but I'm also going to blame Quez because it still was a catchable ball. Any regular wide receiver would come down with that ball. Any good one. That's why I don't like playing Quez Watkins at all, because he don't make the type of plays.
Hey, X-Man, you know why I say about Hurts call? Because all last year, all I heard from Tim, and none of y'all was correcting Tim when he was talking about it, Hurts calls the plays. Hurt. When last year when I was saying, oh, give Siranni props for being the coach and calling this out, give the coordinator props. Oh, that's Hurts calling the plays. Hurts is calling the plays. Now all of a sudden, when the offense is sputtering, Hurts not calling the plays, it's the offensive coordinator. So all I'm saying is just be consistent. If we're giving him the props, listen, for the month, we're 10-2. Hurts have been balling. Even when he's had bad starts, he's balled himself out of that. But you keep putting yourself in that type of situation at some point, and it may not be him. It could be the court. Somewhere, somehow, we got to switch something up, because this offense can't keep doing this. When you run into these better teams, stuff like this it's a likelihood that something like this happen.
I mean, bottom line is we got to get that defense has been an Achilles heel since last year's Super Bowl. It's like it shouldn't be a matter where we have to score on every single possession. But when it comes to that particular defense, they didn't get off the field. This is exactly what happened last year in the Super Bowl. Remember last year, we was able to get to Mahomes the first couple possessions. After that, Mahomes scored on every single possession. That's what happened today. The same exact thing. Defense not doing no stops. And the only difference is last year, Jalen was able to keep us in the game because he was able to go toe-to-toe with them. This game, he wasn't able to do so. So what happens?
But see, you keep talking about the defense. You do know we've had games where the defense like cut the other team down.
Yeah, last week.
No, because we're talking about all together. Because all right, this game, yes, but it's been games where the defense has saved us.
It's not really. The bottom line is the defense can't play the way they've been playing. Like we barely beat the Bills. Just the only reason why
was the offense balling out. Was the offense balling out when we won those games? When we came back and make big plays, or was it the fact that the other team dropped a couple passes here and there?
The Bills game, we scored over 30 points in that game. Offense played well, but bottom line is that last play of the game, if before we got the ball back, if Josh Allen hit the ball right, that's a walk-off touchdown win.
Oh, but now see this is my issue. Because you say if Josh Allen would have hit the ball right, but then when we talk about the Eagles, it's like, yeah, the receiver got to make the catch when Jalen throw it. I'm just saying be consistent. And that being said, Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, Jalen Hurts has still played himself as a premier quarterback in this league. He's still one or two, however you want to take it. That being said, if this is my guy, the same way if I'm looking at Pat Mahomes and I'm looking at him and they playing and he ain't got no receivers and nothing like that, people still going to look at Pat Mahomes like Pat Mahomes got to do Pat Mahomes things to bring this team out.
But if you also know if your team If your man ain't getting a separation, or if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're not getting open, because Jalen had a lot of time behind that line.
Throw him open. Throw him open.
And he just couldn't. Maybe you can't. You saw what happened when he waited long. Butch almost got killed at the end of the game. Swift. That's another thing. I got to talk about Siranni. Allowing Jalen to go back in that game. Allowing Jalen to go back into that game was suicide. He shouldn't even be the coach next game. How can you let him go back in the game when he went in the locker room for concussion protocol? And then
because they had to let him get his stats. There's no way they could have let him go in there with the stats that he had. He had to get his stats up.
And then he ended up lighting up Swift, and if Swift missed any time, that's on Siranni. That was
who lit up Swift. Who lit up Swift?
One of a linebacker, somebody at the end.
On a pass play or a running play?
It was a pass play.
So are you going to blame the quarterback for getting him lit up? Are you going to blame the quarterback for getting him lit up?
I'm blaming the coach for having his starters in the game, knowing that you got.
I agree with you, but see, do you see what I'm doing? This is what I'm saying. You see no fault in anything he does. This game was not on Hurts. Hurts did not lose us this game. My point with him is he didn't win the game for us. He has been winning. He has been winning games down the stretch. But that being said, he could have jumped out when you're in a game against a good team like this, and you have an opportunity to get up on them early. We came out hyped up, running the ball, forcing the ball down their throat, getting all the way down there, and not getting in the end zone. And we can't keep doing that.
But here's the thing: you trying to put everything on Hurts. But here's
I did. Where did I say that? I just said. See, that's all you hear. That's all you're hearing.
No, the 49ers had a collective. McCaffrey balled out. He was running all over our defense. Purdy played well. That Debo Sanders had a very good game. They had a collective group. Everybody was all on point. This was their Super Bowl. They wanted this. This was the revenge factor. They played to the
It wasn't necessarily their Super Bowl. It wasn't necessarily their Super Bowl. They are a good team.
They're a good team, but they had an extra motive. They wanted this game more than anything. You can't tell me they didn't want this game. Meanwhile, you're saying
we won it last game. We won it last game more than anything, and we still only won because the dudes dropped the ball. I mean, the Kansas City game, we wanted that more than anything, and we only won it because the dude dropped the open pass.
I'm lying. You can't put all this on Jalen. You can't sit there like
I didn't put it all on Jalen. I said a whole lot of it was on the defense. Most of it was on the defense. Yes,
most of it was on the defense. This is another reason why not having a power back, how important it is come playoff time, come now.
What no power back going to run on them? We moved the ball on them. We have to score touchdowns, not field goals. That changes the whole dynamics of the game.
They still got that. They have a weakness inside. If you can put some power in there, you can do some things. We don't have a power back. We don't have good linebackers.
Who's the power back? Who's the power backs in this league?
McCaffrey.
It's not a lot of them. McCaffrey's not really a power back. You think he's more of a power? You think he runs more powerful than Swift?
Swift, absolutely. You want to say that he's on open field? I'm taking Swift all day long. But you talking about just pure power and strength? You can't. Come on, McCaffrey's hands down bigger is a more of a power back than he is.
Well, the funny thing is, we had them in check in the first quarter. We should have put our foot on their throats. I'm not saying. Yeah, thank you. Problems. This is what I'm talking about. Like I agree, the defense let us down in the second half, but the offense did too, because our offense, we had a chance, and I'm not even just saying Jalen. I'm saying our offense, we had a chance to put our foot on their throat early, and we left the door open.
All right, tell me this. You remember when the big Dom got kicked out the game, and then we went and we drove down to the field. We drove down the field, and we actually got the game within one possession. I think it was 8 points. At that point, that was the time for the defense to sit there and take over and be like, you know what? Our offense just did something. That was a clear momentum shift. What happened? Like 3 plays later, they let them score again. That was to me. That was the game. You sitting there talking about the offense came out after the second half started.
Do you think our offense has been playing? You think our offense has been playing well?
I'm specifically talking about right second half. We was down.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with you. That's why I said the defense is the main culprit. I agree.
We cut it to a 1-score game. At that point, that's when the defense got to step up. The crowd was going, the momentum was there. It was for us. What did the defense do? Let them go right down, score another touchdown. Next possession.
Listen. Hey, X-Man, you know what? It is harder to score in the red zone because the field is shorter, but that's when sometimes when you got that cannon on your arm, you squeeze it in the tight spots. But that being said, now I'm just saying this is why I prefer quarterbacks like that. That being said, Jalen Hurts is the top 2 quarterback in the league.
That's what you said. That's what you hating.
No, I've always said that about. That's what I like about quarterbacks with big arms, because when you get in the red zone, you got to squeeze stuff in there against good defenses. You got to. I felt the same way with Donovan. I felt the same way with Donovan when we used to struggle in the end zone and everything else, because Donovan used to be scared to squeeze the ball. I'm not saying Hurts is scared to squeeze it in, but with Donovan, he was scared to try to squeeze stuff in.
Cam, I live where I live. They scored 13 points in the second half. We talking about some 6 points in the second half. Whose fault is that? It's nobody's, because that's not what happened. At the halftime, they was down 14-6. And 6 plus 19, 19 minus 6.
Math ain't mathing.
Exactly.
No, listen. And when I'm saying this, I'm not saying this necessarily for Jalen. I'm saying, as I've been saying about the offense, back to last year, I kept saying the same thing about the offense. When you come out at the offense, you can't have these stretches where you play horrible. They play horrible in stretches where they don't do like. And in the beginning of this game, we had the prime, like you said, 49ers came out looking for blood. We should have put our foot on their neck in the first part of that game. When we got down there and the defense stopped them a couple times, didn't San Fran go like 3 and out the first 2 possessions? And we marched the ball down and kicked 2 field goals. I knew we was in trouble. I knew we was in trouble because San Fran, if I'm San Fran and I'm looking at like, man, they just marched up and down the field and only got 2 field goals. All we got to do is get down here after 2, 3 and outs. If we get down here and score a touchdown, bet. And that's what happened.
First of all, the referees was all over that game too. The NFL was not going to allow the Eagles to put a stranglehold on the entire conference where they can pretty much shut down. I'm telling you, NFL, they do a little sneaky stuff in there, like the refs calling them like holding penalties and everything, or not calling pass interference, no real sneaky stuff. Meanwhile, 49ers can come in and do whatever they want to do. I'm telling you.
We wasn't running nothing on the Niners. This is what I'm saying. I've said it. See, you keep saying y'all in there saying about I'm not putting it necessarily on Jalen. Jalen is that guy. That being said, if he's the superstar, the same way Tim is the same person that come here and Joel Embiid to have 30 and 13 and this, that, and other, but the Sixers don't win. Like, well, Joel ain't a winner. He can't win. So I'm just saying, keep that same energy. If your superstar, even if he plays well, but he doesn't put his foot on them and he doesn't put his stamp, he didn't put a stamp on his game.
Big difference. When Joel get me to a Super Bowl or to an NBA championship, then I won't say those things. But Jalen has.
That ain't true. Because if we did he win it? Did he win?
Doesn't matter. He's ball. He got his team 10-2 right now.
Did he win? Oh, it definitely matters. If you ain't first, you last. So it do matter to win.
No, that's
not
or
the
true.
Championship in basketball.
First of all, I'm looking.
Nobody remembers second place.
Yes, they do. That's why he got $250 million.
Thank you. Race problem. That's the point. See, race problem. See, this is the point. People think I'm just hating and going after Jalen. I'm not, because Jalen has been balling. Jalen has, even when Jalen struggles, he comes through in the end. And he plays it out and he balls at the end. So I'm not doing that. But that being said, don't be the same. You can't sit there and give Jalen all the praise when we come back and win. And that's even like some of them games we came back and win. He struggled in certain games, but no, he's the best quarterback. You got to keep it. You got to keep it a beam. No, and it might not just all be his fault. It might not all be his fault, but somewhere along the line, this offense got to get it together.
The defense lost us this game. This game is solely on the defense. It's solely on the defense.
Which side of the ball has more talent, the offense or defense?
Defense.
You out your rabbit mind. We got one of the best offensive lines. We got one of the best quarterbacks. We got one of the best receiving groups, and we got a top running back in the league. Our secondary linebackers suck. So how you gonna tell me our defense got more talent than the offense?
Which is why we're 10-2, because of the fact that we do have that offense has been carrying them, but sometimes the defense lets you down and let us down in there. Defense let us down. I understand the problem.
So the offense was there, but the defense let us down.
Defense let us down. Offense, I mean, you got to give props. The 49ers got one of the best defenses in the league. They're top.
Yeah. And y'all and we say that Hurts is the best quarterback in the league. So
here's the thing.
And wait, wait a minute. We not only said Hurts was the best quarterback in the league, but we also said AJ Brown was the best receiver. Remember that? Remember this conversations we've been having?
Which is why if they go up against the elite NFL teams all year long, and you only lose 10 games and win 10, you're pretty good. So yes, you're pretty good.
Or you've been pretty fortunate because
you're pretty good.
Or you've been pretty fortunate because we had a couple games, and mind you, I think the Eagles have. I do think the Eagles are, or I still think they're the best team in the NFL. That's how I personally feel. That being said, you gotta finish this stuff off. You can't go through these lags that they go through on offense and defense. I mean, that's on both sides. The 49ers just came here and handed their tails to them. And that's why my problem with the offense was you already know what it was coming into this game. You know they was worked up. You see they was trying to bully you. You had a chance to put your foot on their neck early and have all that momentum instead of trying to have to fight back like we've been doing over and over again, where we've been letting teams like we lagging, and then all of a sudden, all right, let's fight back. We back in it, and we win. Like that wasn't it this time.
I mean, I can agree with that. Input minds. I would like to have more pre-snap motion in our offense. I would. But so you're telling me if I told you at the beginning of the year that every 5 games you'll lose, like we won our first 5, then we lost, and we won our next 5, and then we lost. You're telling me that you wouldn't take that?
Well, oh no, I definitely, like I said, I still feel the Eagles are the better team. I still feel this way about the Eagles. That being said, we can't keep doing the things that we're doing.
All right. I guess a little context. The 49ers ain't played in 10 games. We actually played an overtime game. We're missing our starting.
Why do we have to play an overtime game?
I'm just saying, we went up because we went in overtime. And then on top of that, you don't have any Goddard. Cunningham didn't play. And then you also have Lane Johnson coming back with a born injury. And all that, and with all that being said, we lost to a team they've been salivating. They've been looking for the game since last year, since they lost in the NFC Championship. I'm okay with this loss. I'm disappointed that we lost, but I can live with it.
So what'll happen if we lose next week?
I mean, I don't think we are going to lose.
I mean, honestly, even if we lose next week, the rest of our schedule, I don't think that anybody can catch us because it's a cakewalk. That's what I'm saying. I think
that Seattle game is going to be tough.
Yeah, Seattle ain't doing nothing. This is my thing. I still feel confident with the Eagles as going back to the Super Bowl and everything else. I feel confident with the team. That being said, we got to stop. We got to keep it a bean. And I know as an Eagles fan base, we get upset because people was talking about, because I did too. I was getting tired of people. Yeah, every week. Oh yeah, y'all gonna lose to Buffalo. Y'all ain't gonna keep getting fortunate. Y'all gonna lose to Kansas City. Y'all ain't gonna keep getting fortunate. But we was. That being said, we got to, and this team came out and played physical. I do think Dallas Goedert is a big missing piece for that for our offense though.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I guess I need to go back and see the film because I'm trying to figure. You telling me that nobody could get open when Jalen was back there for like 5-6 seconds sometimes looking for somebody to get open, or you can't force somebody to get open. You can't throw it into some coverage and get somebody open. Like I'm looking at San Fran run like people saying about motion and stuff, and then I'm seeing other plays like where they running and their screens, even they screens, it's like an orchestra. Meanwhile, I'm looking at ours. It's just like dump it out there to the wing and throw a wall of blockers out there and see what happened. So I do agree. A lot of that is on offensive coordinator. We got to come up. We got to come up with some better plans, some better offensive game plans. Honestly, it can't just be go back and wait for Hurts to make miracles happen. If we're not moving the ball, we're not scoring all game. We can't keep playing like that.
Well, that's how he was treating. Like he should.
Huh? No,
That's
I'm
how you
treating it
react.
like we should have. I'm treating it like we should have put our foot on their neck when we stopped them 3 and out the first 2 times, and we came away with field goals. You're right. I do think we should have put our foot on their neck.
But do you think that you don't recognize that there's a problem on our defense?
Yeah. Well, but my thing is, the offense is the better side of the ball for
It
us.
doesn't matter. The defense was
It
hurting
does
us.
matter.
No,
It does matter because if you put most of your
unfair.
resources into that offense, you put most of your resources into the offense.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis
I don't know if that's me or you. Okay, so that's the tackles, but then what about everything else?
It's the linebackers.
If the other team has a decent offensive line, it ain't. It's the linebackers. It's the second. This is what I'm saying. Our offense is the better side of the ball. In the bigger games, we need them to carry us because our defense is not it.
But here's the thing: we want
and that's why I'm saying. What'd you say? Yeah. See, come on, bro. So was it easy? We struggle with them games
because they were elite teams.
We still gotta fix some stuff. We still gotta. You saying that, but we're coming in like basically we play Jalen hero ball. We let Jalen bail us out in most of those games, and he did bail us out. We can't keep playing like that. We have to have what even is our game plan?
Our defense is just not playing the same way. It's struck. We're bad.
And the defense not playing the same way as what? What same way as what? They're not playing.
We're not getting the sacks that we got last year, but as far as our secondary look is hideous. I don't understand our secondary play. And we keep getting these players. Maybe it's the philosophy, the scheme. I hate that passive prevent defense that we play. I hate it. You're not going to win.
Wait. But according to you, we're 10-2 with it. So why do we need to change? We're 10-2. Why change? We're 10-2.
Because when you get in the Super Bowl, we saw what happened in the Super Bowl.
When I make that same argument about our offense, like even though we're 10-2, we still got to tighten things up. I agree with you on both sides of the ball, but stop just making it like it's just the defense. The offense is being suspect at times, and I'm not saying it's on Jalen. I got to keep saying this because everybody gonna think I'm just coming at Jalen. I'm not saying it's just on Jalen. I'm not. But that being said, and we've had injuries on defense too. I mean, the what's his name been out? Our secondary been in and out the whole season. We had guys going in and out. Maddox, our small, our slot cornerback has been out almost all season. So we have had injuries in the secondary. Huh?
What you call it? The boy showing the side, he getting exposed, yo. I don't like.
I mean, it's only one game, but hopefully they. And I do give some credence to the fact that we've played 4 tough games, but we got another tough one next week. So hopefully we pull that out. But that being said, we got it. I don't like this. I feel like our offense is top notch. We should be putting up big numbers on people. We got a top line, top quarterback, top running back, and top receivers. At every level, at every position on offense, we have a top tier type player, in my opinion. We don't have that on defense. So I'm looking for the offense to be the one to carry us.
Thank you, Impuman. Again, they attacked us up the middle. Where's the defense? That's where our linebacker. That's where we missing the key cog. We need better linebacker play. That's what we don't invest in linebackers at all. Eagles do not invest in linebacker play.
We didn't invest in the linebacker last year, and we got to the Super Bowl
and lost because they attack us. Don't y'all understand?
Don't do this because you see how you switching up. When I say something about the defense, and then you say, "But we lost." If I say something about the offense, you say, "But we won. We got to the Super Bowl." Keep it an even being on both sides of the ball.
I'm telling you, on offense, we look pretty decent. On defense, we look terrible.
You thought we looked decent on offense? No. You thought we looked decent on offense tonight?
No. Again, the reason why we didn't was because our players in our line, we didn't have a tight end. Like I told you, we didn't have a tight end.
That's the only player that was missing. Bro, come on, Tim, stop.
Goddard was missing. Is not a key factor. I'm just saying, Goddard, you don't think it's a key factor of him not being here. Now be honest. Be honest. When Purdy was missing his tackle, Williams, And when he was missing Samuels for those 3 games, what happened? How did he look? He didn't look good at all. You know it.
Did they win? Did they win?
No, they lost 3 in a row. The very
Okay.
moment he got his comforts, he got that protection with Williams, and he also, they run right to Williams.
So you putting Purdy on the same level as Jalen Hurts?
No, not at all. Because Jalen didn't lose 3 in a row.
I expect.
Hurts did.
I expect more from Jalen than I expect from Purdy. I mean, honestly, this game just frustrated and irritated me because I already know all these people been waiting for the Eagles to take a loss because it was like, oh, we fortunate this, that, and other. And I do agree with that to an extent, but there's a lot of people out there hating on the Eagles. So that being said, we got to tighten the ship up. We got to tighten the ship up, man. Ship. So nobody be thinking nobody said nothing. So, but I mean, hey, it's this what it is. I mean, you expect certain stuff to happen like this.
It's funny because even though I'm looking at Steph Jordan, he said he put a lot of this on the defense. He said because they looked like disinterested, looked like they had no fight in them. Everything I'm saying, that's what he's saying.
It wasn't disinterested. They just got stumped. Did you see Debo running people over? The quarterback Purdy ran somebody. I'm like, come on, bro.
No, and I'm like Bradbury. I didn't hear his name called a lot. But it's like I didn't see the fire. Remember when the boy called him out? Debo Samuel said he said he's trash and everything, and they interviewed him. He was like, well, "I wish you wouldn't say that about me." I'm like, "Come on, talk your trash." It's like you got these boys calling you out at home, and he being all meek and humble. Being meek and humble is not the type of you don't do that in the NFL, not in football. It's all about emotional rage. And he said there.
Hey John, I can see a big bounce back against Dallas. I would like to think so, but I do think it's something to the fact that we've been playing top tier teams for the past 4 weeks or something. Like it's something to that. Like to have to get up and play against those kind of players every week, it can take something out of you. That's why I do like the fact that during the end of the season we have a lighter schedule. So, but that being said, listen, at some point we should have stepped up last time. We should have looked at the last couple games that we played where it's like it took some fortuitous bounces for us to win, and we should have tightened some stuff up. So, I mean, I put a lot of this on the coach because I do think on the coaching and the offensive coordinator because I do think that our plays basically is. I'm just like, how do you block? You blocking for like 4 or 5 seconds and nobody can get open. Nobody. Nobody can even get close enough to being open where you could try to sneak a pass in there. Like, and that's the one thing I will put on Jalen today is he held the ball a little too long in certain like he took that one sack he took, that was a horrible sack to take.
First of all,
that wasn't the choice between us winning and losing. It just all that stuff just added up.
But the one sack that was terrible, and it wasn't his fault. It was more so
it's never his fault.
It could. I'm talking about during the second possession, we was about to score. We was going to score a touchdown. The only reason why we didn't score is when he stopped, he fell because the ground was soaking wet, and then the ball
yeah.
And the ball just touched him. That's the only reason why we took a field goal in that possession. Outside of that, we would have wound up scoring. It would have been 10-0. That hurt.
Why? How do you know? How do you know what? That was third down, wasn't it?
That was second down.
You believe, but did you believe the first? Okay, so what happened on the first? What happened to the first series when we scored a field goal?
I don't know what happened. The first series, we scored 3 points.
And what happened the rest of the game when we wasn't scoring no points when the game mattered?
No, I'm saying I believe at least on the first 2 possessions we would have at least been 10-0. That key fall down that trip when he fell and the boy just got a free sack. That kind of hurt us. I ain't gonna lie, that hurt us. That made it 6-0. Then they went and scored 7-6. But I'm telling you,
yeah, I would like to see a coordinator with a more expansive bag of tricks, so to speak, and see how that handles with Jalen. Purdy's not better than Hurts. Stop.
I know you are not that guy.
see, this is why I'm irked.
You are not that guy.
This is why I'm irked because it opens up for this foolishness to jump off. Like, come on. It was an ugly loss.
That was an
Yeah,
ugly
plus it
loss.
was ugly. Like it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. That's why I'm so irritated about the beginning of the game because it was a chance for us to get the momentum early and put our foot down early. When they got the opportunity, when they got up on us, when they scored before the half, oh, you know they was licking their chops like this is done, this over, and this is what we should have did early on.
So the refs tried to take the players out the game from the still, but it still didn't work. I guess
What you
he's
say?
49er fan over here. He said refs tried to take players out the game from still didn't work. Oh yeah, y'all. If y'all haven't hit that like button on
Dude swung at the security dude. The security dude and he got kicked out. The dude swung at him.
Big
And
Dom.
then tried to point his finger afterwards to act like he was pointing, like he did a jab at him. Did go put his finger out like he was trying to point at him.
I'm telling you now, we gonna come back. We coming
Carson is
back.
not over Hurts either.
All right, so everybody got jokes. Anybody else got any more jokes? Anything else y'all got? And I'm just telling you right now, even as a sore loser, even was on here the whole time, he sat there and all of a sudden he can't get on because he let his emotions get the best of him. Even though he's trying to show more emotions than the defense.
Hey, listen, San Fran, congratulations. Congratulations. You won the Super Bowl in December. Good job for you.
Yeah. Y'all did.
No, Charlie, he wasn't pointing. No, hey, Charlie, he wasn't pointing. I watched that over and over again. The first one, that hand was like this, and then after the refs came over there, he did this. I looked at he wasn't pointing at you don't point at nobody with a fist. You point a finger out.
Big Dom ain't want no smoke. Big Dom like, I'm just security. I just take I take notes. Yeah. Ain't want none of that smoke. Yo,
I mean, San Fran did their thing. San Fran came in here. They're trailing behind us. I mean, think about it. We're the 100. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you're the 100 and you have a chance early on, you got to put your foot on their neck.
That's true.
What Shaka Zulu sister tell them mother tell them never leave an enemy behind. They will fly at your throat, something like that. You gotta play. You got a chance to put them away. You gotta put them away.
We do. I'm gonna wrap this up. Before I do, congratulations to DeSean Jackson. He retired as an Eagle on Friday. Before I go, can you give me your favorite DeSean Jackson memory that you have?
Who, mine?
Yeah.
I guess it would have to be the Miracle at the Meadowlands number.
I was gonna say that's mine.
It gotta be that, but I ain't gonna hold you. That one when he came out against Washington and him and the bull was going back and forth talking trash, and then Mike Vick broke him off with the opening play action bomb.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Man, listen, DeSean got a whole lot of them jaws, bro. I was looking at a clip of a lot of his highlights and stuff, man. The bull was special, and Chip Kelly killed it. We had a chance at the Super Bowl with DeSean, Macklin, Vic, and Shady. We had a chance. We had a chance with that team.
I saw that miracle in New York and at the Meadowlands when he said there, he drops the ball.
Yes.
And then he runs it back, and then he takes his time getting in the end zone. Everybody like, oh my God. Yo, I remember the coach. I forgot who the coach was.
He wanted to run the whole clock. He was making sure the clock ran all the way out. I wasn't even mad at it.
But that was like, to me, that's my greatest moment of the show. So shout out to you. Congratulations on your retirement. Just enjoy yourself. It's one game, y'all. We played Dallas. It's Dallas week this week. So like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
What Ethan? Ether, you sitting on your phone or something? What that?
What Ethan doing? All right, y'all. We out.